Are you ready?
I'm Alondra.
And I'm Paola.
And today we're gonna react to SB19! This is SB19 Story Episode 1 Sound Break. This is a mini docu-series, I believe, by Cashual Chuck. I think that's his page name. Yeah. Yes, you guys have been telling us to react to this for a while. And also...
We asked to, you know... Because we wanted to react to like an introduction.
Yeah, them. We want to know more about them, how they became together and all that.
Nothing.
I
know we looked up their ages and stuff, but I don't remember.
They're from the Philippines.
Yeah. That's it. I know their names. And they're amazing vocalists.
And rappers, a lot of you guys recommended this one. So we're here to deliver. This is episode 1.
Yes.
So
let's see. This is interesting.
If you guys haven't seen our other videos, we have a playlist with all of the reactions that we have done to SB19. The last one that we did was Stell.
Slash featuring Justin
a little bit at the end. Yeah, it was so good. Yeah, we gotta do another member soon. We gotta pick one. Eventually, it'll come back.
Justin has an amazing voice.
Yeah, he does. All of them.
Okay, so yeah, let's see the story of SB19. 1, 2, 3. I'm interested to see.
Disclaimer: this video is only based on my personal research.
I hope it's in English.
Might miss some details, and it's possible to have discrepancies. But I did my best to get as much accurate information as possible. It. So enjoy.
Yeah. Okay. 2016.
Yeah, 2016.
Is it Korean?
I think this is in Korea.
Oh, but this is the cover. Oh.
This is called Triple, a group of talented performers and comedians from Korea you've probably never heard of. They were formed back in 1994 when the word K-pop hasn't even been invented. In 2002, one of the members made the biggest mistake of his life, which will change the entire course of P-pop history.
He made the biggest mistake of his life?
Fucking
Sale at 22. Go to
that means good for P-pop, no?
Go back!
He left the Korean industry?
2002, 1994, when the word K-pop hasn't even been invented. In 2002, one of the members made the biggest mistake of his life, which will change the entire course of P-pop history.
Whoa. Okay, I like this.
This is intense.
SB19.
Soundbreak.
Do you remember this song?
No. It's like Korean. I've never heard this song. So I don't remember.
Okay.
Love is yeah. But that was Josh and some of them.
It all started with this man, Jong Song-han. When he left the trio in 2002 to become an entrepreneur, Cult Triple became Cult 2. Most of their fans definitely thought that Song-han's decision was a huge mistake because the remaining members started racking up different awards in the entertainment industry. If he only stuck around, he would have gotten those awards too. But this man's decision was final. He used all of his savings to build an event organizing company called Show BT Entertainment. Yep, I'm talking about Tatang Robin. Tatang noticed how passionate Filipino fans were during the rise of K-pop, so he wanted to organize K-pop concerts and events that promote Korean and Filipino culture. To make that happen, he needed entertainers. A group of young people that will be part of the package of their service as an event organizer. We are talking about people who can do dancing, singing, and even act as servants, like waiting tables and assisting guests. So he held an audition and hundreds of young talents applied. 30 of them passed as trainees. They were then called Nara, which in Korean means country and is the national tree of the Philippines. They went to multiple events together, including the fan meeting event of the K-pop group called Off-Road.
He sounds so old.
After numerous events, Tatang Robin saw something special when it comes to Filipino talent. He realized that some of his trainees were far too talented to just end up as small-time performers. So he decided to launch the first P-pop boy group that underwent strict Korean-type training. Out of the 30 trainees,
Naya na!
What?
I'm sorry.
I'm so into it.
What am I didn't know they were this new.
Me neither. But like this,
Because
this started in 2002,
Season
where like he
2.
left and started doing this. But it's been so many years.
yeah, but Proto season 2 came out in 2017. And they're dancing to
performers. So he decided to launch the first P-pop boy group that underwent
yeah,
strict Korean-type
2017.
training.
Okay.
Out of the 30
Okay, Josh.
only few have made it.
5 to be exact.
John Paolo Nas.
Jan Paolo Nase.
Paolo.
He always wanted to be a performer. As a young dreamer,
This is
he joined
really
several
good.
competitions as a soloist and also a
2016.
member of the K-pop dance cover group called PHP. As a trainee, he was the guy who shows up early and leaves late despite juggling a full-time job as a data analyst to provide for his family. He was the first one selected due to his undeniable diligence and leadership qualities. He is known to have critically acclaimed songwriting ability, a badass rapper, and was often dubbed as a genius, but he consistently denied it because he claimed to be just a hard worker. This made him the destined leader of the group. He debuted with the name Sejun, but later changed his name to Pablo.
Okay.
Now that the methodical leader is chosen, they needed more members. Tatang Robin just got a genius composer in Pablo, so they needed someone who can dance. And this next guy is exactly that. And even more.
Hola, señor.
Sylvester.
Sylvester! Good! Sylvester. What?
He was
I love his name! Sylvester.
Damn, he looked good
He
there.
was only 16 when he started competing as a dancer while studying.
I
He was
love
a
his
born
name.
winner despite growing up as a bullied kid. He made performing his escape from the harsh reality of the world. He did a great job channeling the negative aspect of his life and converting it by winning multiple K-pop dance cover competitions
Hell
with
yeah.
his group, Sayon. He is also a hard worker.
Of
He was
course.
teaching dance to kids while competing. There was a point when he worked too hard that it threatened his life due to poor health.
Damn.
He is a very skilled choreographer. In fact, he's the main culprit behind most of SB19's snappy and amazingly synchronized dance routines.
Oh my
Little
god!
did they know that dancing wasn't even his only talent.
Josh got some
He easily
competition.
became the main heavenly voice
Look
of
at
the
this.
group because his vocals
Perfect.
Heavenly
were
is
just
correct.
Literally.
He debuted as Stell, the main vocalist, the lead dancer, and choreographer of the
Why
group.
doesn't
That's a
he
lot.
have a solo album? Thank you. Thank God this ad saved my life.
Very small. I could totally get lost.
Josh
back.
of the group. Josh Cullen
Paola
Santos became
Santos.
homeless at the age of 16, and it was his decision.
Okay?
Josh Cullen Santos became homeless at the age of 16, and it was his decision. He's had the worst childhood among the other members. From growing up in a toxic environment to being physically abused as a kid by their nanny. At an early age, he witnessed what it feels like to be a member of a middle-class nanny. At an early
It's
age,
an EXO concert ticket. Aw.
Exoplanet.
he
Yeah.
witnessed what it feels like to be a member of a middle-class family that went rock bottom in just a matter of months. He experienced getting evicted from apartments to smaller rooms. It came to a point when his family had nothing to eat but ketchup and salt. They had no permanent address. Because of that, Josh and his sister dropped out of school multiple times, so they got bullied at school for being repeaters. Sometimes he would get into fistfights for defending her. Josh had enough of this, so he took matters into his own hands by leaving. He became independent and started working as an internet cafe attendant. Using his own income, he took the alternative learning system and was able to finish his high school degree.
Wow.
He clearly had no background in performing. Not until he met new friends from the dance community, which led to him meeting Stell and
Oh,
they
so
became
cute.
members and went on to win numerous K-pop dance cover competitions all over Asia. They even met BTS during one of their winning runs in Korea. In a way, Josh was saved by Stell after trying so hard to save himself. And it paid off because after training, Josh ended up debuting as the lead rapper and dancer of the group. Justin the Joss didn't have to audition. Apparently, he was a very good-looking guy that when he joined a talent workshop as a teenager...
He reminds me of, Jackie, is it?
Jackie?
Trinity.
Oh, yeah!
Jackie.
He really does. He also looks like, I noticed the other day, you sent me that TikTok. He looks like he's hung from...
Oh, and Hyphen?
But just from a bottom angle.
Apparently, he was a very good-looking guy that when he joined a talent workshop as a teenager, Show BT immediately took notice and offered him to become a trainee to improve his singing and dancing skills. He was one of the late joiners, and when he did, he immediately saw a familiar face in Josh.
Familiar.
Apparently, the two had a stint in performing together in a K-pop dance cover group called Zero to Hero.
Oh my god. Josh. Who's Yukiso?
So Justin as well wasn't new in the world of performing. He
it's
auditioned
like
to
they
be a
were
part
meant
of
to
the
be
televised
together,
Justin as well wasn't new in the world of performing. He auditioned to be a part of the televised Pinoy boy band Superstar show, but he didn't even make it to the live auditions. Perhaps it was fate. He didn't have great singing skills at the time. It was only when he became a trainee that he improved astoundingly.
Oh my god, Pablo.
He went on to finish his college degree in multimedia arts while training, which earned him a skill in filmmaking. He then got selected to debut as the main visual, the sub-vocalist, and the creative director of the group. He was the would-be director behind the record-breaking P-pop music video, What? And More. But that's a story for another video. At this point, Show BT seemed to have completed the group. 4 members in a P-pop group, a nice even number. 2 rappers and 2 vocalists. They were perfectly balanced, but they felt like something was missing. Perhaps someone was
a
missing.
deep voice motherfucker.
Someone who could take this already great group of guys and push them to achieve the next level, the extraordinary level. Someone so naturally gifted that he could stand out in the presence of the already talented group of young artists. This venture that Tatang Robin took needed an apex. So he started the online audition. That Tatang Robin took needed an apex. So he started the online auditions. When Josh heard about it, he was like, I know a guy.
Yeah.
Philip John Suson is such a specimen. He was so naturally gifted that excelling in sports looked like a walk in the park.
So they all knew each other.
He grew up in a church like that excelling in sports looked like a walk in the park for him. He grew up in the church under the care of his grandparents. He was an artistic kid, so he was active as an editorial cartoonist in school. Nobody taught him to play musical instruments. He taught himself by just listening to the music, so he ended up becoming a southpaw guitarist. But he later fixed it as he learned more. He didn't even know that he could dance until he was forced to in order to get good grades during their school intrams. After discovering dance, he transformed from a guy who didn't know it to someone who can fly. Because of his raw talent, he ended up teaching dance to the entire school and continued on to form a K-pop dance cover group called Amigo 7. Apparently, his group gave Josh's group so much trouble during their early competitions because they were very good rivals. So he decided to recruit him. But Philip was hundreds of islands away and didn't have the money. What did Josh do? He shelled out for his plane ticket. With nothing else to lose, Philip went and left his previous life in the countryside. He then trained with the boys and officially debuted with them as Cam, the main dancer, the bass vocalist, and the lead rapper of the group. One thing to note is that they were an unlikely bunch because they wouldn't have met each other if Tatang Robin stayed with his already successful group in Korea. Justin failed his first audition, so he didn't even bother to audition again because he thought he wasn't ready. And Josh wouldn't have attempted to recruit Ken
if crazy how
training program
everything works,
exist. And that, ladies and gentlemen,
but it's like fate because they all knew each other at one point.
When a small and seemingly insignificant occurrence has a rippling effect through time, leading to
a simulation
event sometime long after the initial event, or as Google would put it, a phenomenon whereby a minute localized change in a complex system can have a large effects elsewhere. Tatang Robin's so-called mistake back in 2002 led to forming the future P-pop Kings.
Hell yeah.
In
So they're the
2018,
first.
SB19 was formed. The name of the group was
2019?
carefully picked. The number 19 is the sum of Korea and the Philippines area code digits 82 and 63. So 8 plus 2 plus 6 plus 3 is 19. SB doesn't only mean show BT. It is all about their ultimate goal for Pinoy sound to break into the music industry, which is fearlessly represented by this praise. Soundbreak.
Soundbreak. SB19.
Holy shit. That was so good.
I'm happy that this is new, more. I thought this was older, but this is newer than I thought.
I didn't look at the date. Yeah. Wow.
March
Wait.
28th.
Of this year?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, they were dancing to Zoo.
Yeah, shit. That was really cool.
Amazing.
Well, I mean, first of all, thank you to this guy.
Yeah.
To Cashual Chuck for posting this and sharing
for
it.
The people who told us.
Yeah, this was so professionally done.
I love it.
It was so good.
I thought I was
It's-
literally just thinking of your typical K-pop intro, just ding ding. They're funny. They do this. They're the mom of the group. They're blah, blah, blah. I like this way better.
Yeah, this is really professional.
Wow.
It's crazy.
It's literally
Josh's
meant
story.
to be, right?
It hurts my heart.
Wow. But whoa.
It's crazy how after watching this, I'm like thinking of them like as a group all together, and I'm just like, I don't know. It makes me like appreciate them even more
Yeah.
because of how they got
It's
together.
insane to me because it's like just so meant to be.
Yeah.
I feel like the only one who didn't know them before this was Pablo. Or did he?
Yeah, because he was the first one.
He was the first one, and then you have Stell, who knew Josh, and then Justin, who was in that dance with Josh, and then Josh, who was rivals with the other group from Ken. So Josh knew everybody.
Wow.
It's like a fucking movie.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh, it's
We're gonna react to the next one,
Yes.
episode 2. But this was really good. I'm excited to see what the next one will be like.
Yes. So, okay, that's amazing. Thank you for requesting this. I'm
Yes.
excited, yeah. Because I wanted to know more about them personally before we keep going with the music.
Yeah,
So,
it's
yeah.
a good break from the music.
Yeah,
to
yeah,
know
yeah.
them.
Also, Steph Solo win! I need it! And Justin!
Well, we'll see. If you guys like the reaction, please make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel.
Comment down below if you want us to react to anything else.
AM
And PM out.